How does the salmon find its way from the mammoth-sized ocean to the same little teeny stream, sometimes many hundreds of miles away, to the exact same spawning ground of its birth? Some scientists have long theorized that the fish use a sort of compass system. However, until recently, this supposed compass system had eluded the researchers, but now they have finally found it. The salmon compasses were hard to find because they are so small. Individual cells contain microscopic clusters of magnetite crystals, the same mineral used in man-made handheld compasses. Scientists isolated them from salmon nose tissue cells and observed them under a microscope. Rotating a large magnetic field around the tissues caused only the magnetic cells to rotate in perfect sync. Apparently, the cells surrounding the magnetite-containing cells detect and transmit the angle of rotation data to sensory nerves that lead toward the fish's brain. The brain then coordinates combined chemical, magnetic, and other information, enabling the fish to successfully navigate to its exact birthplace. Furthermore, the researchers irrefutably demonstrated that the ingenious microscopic compass cells would not even work if they were not distributed exactly as they are among the surrounding cells. Could anyone argue that a fully functional compass, complete with a spinning needle, could ever be arranged by evolutionary happenstance without intelligent input? Well, of course, the evolutionist says this very thing. But then again, they have to. The same evolution scientist would never admit that a compass as you and I know one could ever, in a billion years, arrange itself without intelligent input into a fully functioning tool. But that same scientist will declare that an internal compass made of the same magnetized components, fully functioning with complex chemical components as well, not yet duplicated by man himself, did arrange itself and began guiding salmon in their hundreds of miles of journeys through non-purposed evolution. The hypocrisy and duplicity of evolution declaration is embarrassing. Non-intelligent appearances of compass mechanisms in salmon and other living creatures is, as always, an assertion based on a pre-existing pseudoscientific commitment to evolution. In fact, the assertion that compasses evolved, which means they constructed themselves piece by piece without intelligent input, ignores the fact that the irreducible core compass structure cannot be reduced or amended without destroying its function. The crystals, the cell placement, the cell-to-cell sense receptors, and the means to communicate the magnetoreceptor data to the brain for processing must all exist at the same time for the compass mechanism to properly work. Without the compass, the salmon species could not reproduce. The instant appearance of this required piece of brilliant and necessary equipment required a master engineer. Good thing for the salmon that God really does exist. The Washington Times calls it a must-read book, a muscular defense of the Christian faith, an arsenal of powerful rebuttals against Christian bashers. Amazon Books calls it a #1 bestseller. I call it blessed and used by the Lord. Considering the times in which we now live, you need this book. Available at Amazon.com and the WND Superstore.